Yes. What's good? We up in the building, and as you might have heard some laughing in the background, guess why? Because we having fun. We are having fun. We are having fun right now. And we're coming to you live, man. We're coming to you live from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I don't know what exactly part, because we got some people who might come up here and beat us up, but we ain't gonna discuss that. We ain't gonna discuss that. But we having a good time, man. We've been here for the whole weekend since what, Thursday? Thursday. And we got, I know you see four of us right now. You see me and my wife, my nappy-head cousin, and I don't know, dude is, he better run for the hills. That's why we brought him so we can run for the hills to get the away from her. But anyway, we got 1, 2, 3, we got about 4 amazing couples, man. And we got something special that we're gonna bring up, but we're gonna wait till a little later, a special edition that we're gonna do. We're gonna start doing it, but we'll talk about that later. But I want to introduce to you guys today, man. We got 2 hours left. Mr. and Mrs.
Andrew Beverly and Denise Beverly.
Andrew Beverly and Denise. She's sleepy. No, she like I'm sleepy. She's like, I'm waiting for one of you motherfuckers to say something crazy. I'm waiting. I want you to say something. Yes, and we have our lovely cousin. What's your name? Speaking to the mic, babe.
Tarita Davenport. Hello, everyone.
Yes, Tarita Davenport. And then we have over here, who do we have? The lovely couple. Boy, they're a bunch of fire right here. Who we got?
We are the Currys, Vincent and Donna.
Yes. The Currys. Yes.
Today gonna be a good episode. You know, we're gonna talk about relationships. We're gonna talk about life in general. We're gonna talk about marriage. You know, all of us is married. This couple here to the left of me, they are soon to be married next year in April. Give them.
Yes. Round of applause.
Yes.
Came back out now.
This the straight one.
Came back. Yes.
So we got, someone who's been married for a long time. We get down later on with that, but we're gonna have a good time, y'all. So tune in, engage. Y'all got questions. We're reply back to the questions, but we're gonna get it started. Where we gonna start over at?
I want to say, we was chopping it up, man. We was chopping it up, talking about a lot of great things. We had a heck of a conversation last night, and people forgot where they was at. Hey, motherfuckers, I told your ass if you did it, you should have did it. But it was a great conversation. I want to start. You know what I want to start? We typically started this show when we started doing Pillow Talk podcast. We was kind of on the relationship thing, because there was a lot of women. To my knowledge, I ain't really see a lot of guys. I saw a lot of women saying that, like, yo, love at 50. I don't think it's no love at 50. We can't find love at 50. So my thing is, we have a couple that's been married for how long? 45 years?
40.
I don't know.
It's so long that they don't even know. They don't know how long but check it out. They've been married so long, man.
45. It's 44 or 45.
It's 40. We was married in 1982.
Right.
And so it's 44, 43 years.
44, 43 years.
Almost 45.
Good enough.
Almost 45. Boom.
So what age would you say you guys met? What age? And y'all teens?
I was 19.
19?
She was 7.
That's when we met.
That's when they met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got married. You were 20.
I was 20. 21.
21.
I was 21.
Yes.
How old are you now?
And I was 18. I was 18.
Okay, with a baby.
Right. Yeah.
With a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, she was pregnant.
At 18.
Okay.
Why did you not?
Oh,
No.
that's my baby.
Oh. Yes. It was his baby.
My baby.
And this woman with the baby, so that's good. That's a good thing too. That's
Right.
wonderful because we don't see that these days.
Right.
You do not see that, especially at your age, so young, and and he made her honest woman at a young age, and that's we definitely don't see that, and that's what we need because marriage is really a glue. People don't think that; they think it's just a piece of paper. But in my honest opinion, I think it's more than just a piece of paper because when two people go before God and ask God to join them as a union, and God make it work under everything, no matter what. You're gonna have your ups and downs, but God gonna make it work. So I'm a strong believer in that. That our women need to be made an honest woman.
Yeah. Now, yesterday, Donna told us a very interesting story.
Who is Donna?
Candy. He said he introduced her as Donna.
She said, "Who is Donna?"
Right. He cheated on his wife.
Don't let her come out. Candy.
Candy, don't let Donna come out. Whoa.
Everybody calls me Candy. That's my friend because I don't really use Donna.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It's Candy.
So yeah.
Donna.
No, yeah, because I heard you say that.
He said Donna.
I thought that's how she wanted to be
He
addressed.
did say Donna.
So we're gonna say Candy because she said don't bring Donna out. So Candy, yesterday you told us, I found it quite interesting how you gave us the visual of how you met your husband. So take us back to that club scene. Tell us how you met your husband.
Yeah, it was. It was at Springdale Acres when Springdale Acres was Springdale Acres, and I saw him across the room with, and I was like looking, and all of a sudden, we partying, and then I was like, oh, he looked at me and I looked at him. I said, here he come. Here he come. He coming my way. Ooh.
Right.
So when he got on over there, he got into a little bit of the chocolate and he melted it.
Yes. Very, very, very interesting. Hey, that was hot. That was hot.
He gonna real life.
Yeah, you real life.
Yeah, that was hot. I like the way he put that together. I mean, I like the way she put that together. Like last night it was a little bit more graphic, a little bit more oomph on it, but it's cool. Now, another couple that I say this is a perfect example of finding love after 50 because a lot of women ain't no love out there. They want to skip past dating. They don't want to do that. I ain't gonna say the women do, but they do too. They want to jump past that and jump in the bed without getting to know this dude. But you say there's no love after 50, but I have a couple right here, right? They have found love after 50. So y'all met at what age?
Let's see. 3 years ago. So I'm almost 60. I'm 59. Well, 55, 56.
55, 56.
Yeah.
They met at 55, 56. So that is a prime example that there is love for you out there after 50. If you don't think it's love out there for you after 50, that means to me, you might be a little bit, I can't say you impatient, but you just got to wait. You got to wait and you can't pass by on somebody just because of looks. Like if somebody look a certain way, he don't fit your criteria, your mold. Right. Hey, you might have to rearrange that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people got these checklists out here.
Yep.
Right?
That's right.
They got these checklists out here. And you gotta, if that checklist ain't working, which it never really, it's not gonna be everything on that checklist that you want. So I would say, like, you know what? Let me look past this and get to another design that I want. I gotta stop looking for what I want. Look for what I need. That's what you need to do. Look for what you need instead of what you want, because what you want might not be what you want. Yeah, it might not be what you want. You're gonna be in some trouble.
What you need?
Right. What you?
No, I was just piggyback off of what you were saying. Like,
I got this little quiet motherfucker right here next to me. How did you find your love, Angel Talbert?
You said the whole time.
How you find your love? How did y'all meet?
We was at my sister-in-law house
Right.
and came over there. We met up over there. Next thing you know, started to talk. Had a good conversation, and here we are now. We've been there. Have each other back, you know what I'm saying, no matter what.
Right.
It was ups and downs, but it is what it is, I don't think I'm going nowhere. I know definitely she's not going nowhere.
Ooh.
Like that.
You know,
Yeah.
just can't wait. April 4th next year, going down, baby.
4 years in.
That's the date. That's the date. April the 4th. Okay.
2026.
We'll see.
Yes.
Now, I would suggest, one of my suggestions when I think one problem that people have when they get married, they want that person to change immediately. Okay, you got to be in the house at 10 o'clock, Charles. You can't be out there no later than 2 o'clock. No, if you've been doing that, don't try to change it like that. But also at the same time, you should have respect for yourself and your wife to not want to do that kind of craziness. So I say one of the big things, they try to change the person. What y'all think about that? Like when you get married, then you want this person to be in the army. Don't do nothing.
I have something to say about that. It's not changing them. When the person get married, I think some things need to change because you can't do boyfriend girlfriend things when you're married. It's just something you not just totally change who you are as a person, but you have to be mindful of your mate. And it's some things you just can't do no more because now that you're married, people say that you shouldn't and you can't or whatever. Yes, you can. You should want to. You should want to better your relationship when you get married. You're not going to be hanging with your friends all the time, either your girlfriend or, your man. Y'all are friends now. Y'all are best friends. You don't need to hang out with them people all the time. I'm not saying stop hanging with your friends or whatever. You just don't need to be there all the time like you once was when you were single, because I'm a strong believer. You're single until you marry. I don't care if you've been boyfriend and girlfriends for 5 years. If you're not married, you're single. You're single because you're not committed.
Absolutely.
It's a commitment when you're married. It's a totally different. But a lot of people mindset is it's just a piece of paper. No, it's not. When you marry, it's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new ball game. So all that you shouldn't change. You should want to change. You should want to change for the better of you, to make you a better person.
It should really be an automatic. You should really, that person or those couples should automatically want to change for each other.
Right.
It should just be not even up for discussion. Like if you want to go out with your boys or whatever, yeah, I'll get your clothes together, baby. What you wearing? But that all the time wanting to hang out, y'all should even want to all the time be out. It's going to like y'all always want to be together.
Exactly.
It should be automatic.
Exactly.
It's about communication too.
Right.
Yeah, if you know you about to get married and you know how you are, you're gonna have to change. You have to change something.
I think when you talking from a perspective like as long as me and my husband been married, we went through different stages of our relationship because we kind of grew up together. And so on the onset of things, my husband wanted to do what he and I was like, no, God, you can't do that. And so I just think that, because we have, longevity in our marriage, that we have been through different stages. So I think that a person has to want to change. But
Yes.
when I was younger, I was like, you got to stop doing that. And I was wanting him to stop doing that and thinking that he was going to change because I married him. And then I found out later on that he's going to be,
Right.
and that I couldn't change him.
Right.
So,
But I was saying not just contradicting what I had said first, but I can see where you coming from because you, like you said, y'all were young. So when you're younger, of course you're gonna do youthful things, young-minded things when you're young. But at some point, it's growth.
Right.
So I can take that when you're younger, because like you said, y'all grew up to that. Your mindset is not there on that type of level. Because you're still trying to figure yourself out as a young person. So you still want to do this and do that. So y'all will be different because y'all married so young.
Right.
But over the years, at some point, it's growth. Everybody mindset, I think it's like after every 7 years, I feel like people's mindset and things change. And you growing. So it's like a growth. You got to have a growth spurt in your height, your weight, in your mental,
That's right.
in your mindset. You got to have that growth spurt too. So I think at some point during the marriage, it got to be a growth spurt, and you can't do this no more. So then that's where it level out to where if you somebody late in age get married, you can't do these things no more now because now you done did all this. We was young. You checked all those off.
Right.
Y'all grew up together, so y'all been through all that together. But I'm quite sure at some point it's like, no more.
Right.
Like no more. We of age. Our mindset. You get all that out.
Right.
Versus somebody who been single during their younger years and they get married at a late age. It's still the same thing. We gonna meet up here because that mindset, that growth is where you at in age. So I can see that a younger person probably not where we at.
Right.
In marriage. So I can see that, and y'all done went through different levels of it.
Well, I just think that's why that there's a lot of divorces and stuff now, that people don't really stay together because people go in with the wrong mindset of thinking that they can change someone.
Right.
And you cannot
Right.
change anybody. The person has to change themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and then growing up and being in a relationship for this long, you go in and out of love all the time.
Right.
I'm just, love you much right now.
Right.
And I'm just being honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I see like you and him, you married. It's like y'all was together at different. Like you married, just say the 21-year-old.
Yeah.
Then you was married to the 31-year-old.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You was married to, versus you would take somebody like a 50-year-old man married a 31-year-old.
Right.
So y'all done been married in the areas, you know what I'm saying? So y'all climbed that. So y'all gonna go through that versus somebody like me at 50. Ain't going through it.
Right.
You're gonna go through this because it was young.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like no 21. Like I'm divorced but y'all rode it through because y'all had to travel through those ages and those growth spurts and y'all traveled there. Versus somebody me at 50, you ain't been 21 with me at 50.
Right.
You see,
Right.
that's
Yeah, it's over with. That's
It's
done.
done.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
done. So
Yeah.
I can see y'all situation because you've been so long, like you said, longevity. I can see probably going through different things because hey, I was once 21. We're trying to figure ourselves out. We don't know. So y'all married young. So I can see where you coming from in y'all marriage last because y'all stuck it out, and that's what marriage is about, sticking it out.
Sticking it out, right?
And it
Even
is.
through
It's
the
about-
down times, even through the times when you just stay together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Work it out.
Gotta be strong, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be strong.
Stick it out.
Little shorty. Now, I wanna now, I don't know if everybody's here been divorced, but we have one person that's, had a little two people? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's two. Three? Okay, three. Okay then. So I want to talk to Cuz for a second. Cuz, how's your journey been, man? So when I heard you speaking on this, and I definitely believe this is one reason why I don't even want to mess around with nobody else. Like, I don't want to start over. It's like, God, I don't feel like learning this person over, dude. I don't feel like learning nobody else over. I'd rather be where I'm at. I'm not going to be miserable where I'm at.
Right.
But that's the only thing that drive me out. Like, hey, if you just going crazy, I can't deal with that.
Right.
Like bickering every single day about everything in life. I can't mess with it. So I wanted to ask you, Cuz, how do you feel about the process of, starting over?
Okay, so
it wasn't no crazy divorce. You wasn't even divorced. So I don't even know why I said that.
Well, no, because I've been married twice. The first
Oh, okay,
time I was
okay.
married from the age of 16 to 24
Yeah.
to my author of my children's father.
Mike.
And I divorced him in 7.5 years and 3 children. Then I had a boyfriend in between. We were together for like 4 years. So that takes me about to 29, 28.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met the love of my life, my late husband,
Right.
who passed away January the 24th of 24.
Right.
Okay. You're talking 30 years there. Totally different dynamic 30 years ago and what's going on today. Honestly, it's kind of scary.
Right. Right.
And I ain't gonna say kind of scary. It's real scary.
Yeah. Now, why you say it's scary though? Why you say it's scary?
Okay, first, I have to say I am I am a different type of woman.
Right.
I'm authentic. And so the people that I surround myself with, they are the same. Like we share the same values and such.
Right.
So when I'm speaking with people who are trying to win me over, and because of the way I was loved throughout those 30 years, I'm not trying to compare anyone to my late husband. Let me tell you, let me go back and say this. What he appreciated about me is that I am my own independent woman. Right. Heck, I honestly, I even made more money than my husband. He was never at one time intimidated by that. My husband knows that I am a person that I'm a lone wolf. He respected that. He did not come in trying to change anything about me. He appreciated the person that I am because I inspired him. I brought things to the table, and he did too. Right? Yeah, we were together, married. We were together for 30 years, married 28 years. We went through our ups and downs. It wasn't always perfect, you know. We were together from how was I, 29 maybe, and he was a year younger than me, 28. You know, all the way through to our 50s. That was a long time.
That's a long time. Yeah.
You know, he was so dynamic in that respect goes a long way.
Right.
The respect and the communication. We didn't always agree. Heck, I wanted him. He was sick, you guys. He was diagnosed with interstitial lung disease back in 2008. The doctors told us that he at that time he only had 9 years to live. This is back in 2008. He only had 9 years to live with the lung transplant and 5 years without it. This was 2008. And we were in a very compromising position, at least I was mentally, because honestly, up until that point, I was on the verge of leaving my relationship. And I had to, when that was announced that he was sick, I had to ask God to lead me in that direction because I did honor my vows, but at the same time, I have my own standards too, you know, in what's acceptable and what's not. But when that was announced, I had to change my mindset and like, you know, and think about things. And then my mother, her spirit, because she took care of her husband when he fell ill and all that great stuff. And I always said to Mom, how can you do it? Because I knew what that life was too.
Right.
And she said, you know what? I thought about the same thing, asked the same question, like God, because my stepdad, he had a stroke and she had to wipe us behind. She had to feed him, everything for him. And he was a strong man. So I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh gosh, I knew what house I grew up in. And Mom, you're doing this? I could never do that. And she said, oh yes, you can. And yes, you will. Now, mind you, this was a year before my husband, it was diagnosed, right? So when they told me that, I had to, even though I knew where I was at, I had to be unselfish. There was no way in this world I could leave that man, no matter how bad or how bad I thought the situation was. What I've learned is, like when we get into have arguments and disagreements with our spouse, for the most part, we do all this and that and the other, but then when it comes to it, hours later, and I've been in this business, I'm like, man, what's that argument about? Like we went all that.
Oh yeah.
We went that deep.
Sometimes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can't even remember what the argument was about.
Right.
So sometimes we got to ask ourselves, like, you know, is it really worth it? Like, what energy? Like, you know, our job to be with our spouses, our job is to be each other's peace. Because this is a cold, cruel world. We go out here, we hustle every day. And that's one thing about that late husband too. We didn't really argue or any of that. Truth be told, because we respected each other. So to have someone now bring it fast forward to 2025, there's a lot of games out here, and games I'm not tolerating.
Right.
You
I
know?
feel you.
So that's my trajectory. And I've had people talk to me, come in and out, you know what I'm saying? And I know right away, because that was something that me and my husband talked about too. Like, he wanted me to have another life. He said, you're a beautiful woman inside and out. Because I had it based off what I was seeing. I'm never getting married again or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, even the ex-husband, me and he and I are close. And he's like, no, you're a different type of woman and you don't need, but you deserve,
Yeah.
So, but I'm not in no rush. I'm here, living life, continuing to grow, giving back to community, loving on my peoples and loving on myself, more importantly.
Right.
And God is first.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yep.
So that's my take. I hope I answered your question.
No, you did. You did. Now I was just sitting up here all this time, just wondering and picturing Angel wiping Brandon's butt. Is she gonna do it? I want to know. Now you know it's a possibility. You got the thick and thin. Now that's on some real stuff for real though. That's something that people don't think about.
They don't, because you never know.
They think about the now.
Yes.
So I'm gonna answer that for you. I will do that because he been there for every surgery I done had.
Yeah, he sure
Every
had.
surgery.
Yeah.
And you was there too.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah. But that is something that really is a thing to consider, man. If you looking at or desiring this man or female, this male or female, I think you definitely have to take that. You got to take that into consideration. Like it's a possibility that everything ain't gonna be dandy. So you're gonna hang in there with that person, knowing that you're young and vibrant, and you still ready for the world. And he got he might be a paraplegic or just any situation. Are you gonna stick there with this guy or this woman through the thick and thin? Because that's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And that's what I see in Candy. Mm-hmm. I see when I was listening to you guys talk last night, y'all was saying a lot. There was a lot of huffing and puffing and stumping. But boy, that every time y'all stumped and huff and puff, a heart came out. A heart full of love. I knew it was love. Yes.
Yeah, but
So
you just got to that's just one of the things. My husband has had several surgeries, back surgery, 2 knee surgeries, and it's important that a wife has to take care of her husband. And I felt like I was working. When he was sick, I felt like I was sick because I had to come home, cook breakfast, cook for him because he couldn't get up. I mean, when you have knee surgery, you can't get up his back. He couldn't,
right.
And then they did his knee all over again, had to put a block in it. It was a lot, and, but you do it because you love him.
Right.
You do it because you love it. And when, like Andrea said, when you make a commitment to God, you make a commitment to your spouse. And, there was no way I would ever not handle taking care of my husband.
Right. Go ahead, man. You got.
I think, Lord forbid something's happened to you. I think it's just gonna come so naturally to do because I am a nurse. So it's just gonna come naturally do with me. Just a hands-on, so any of the thing, you better watch out because if I'm your nurse,
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. So I wanna ask my man Andrew. Get in the mic, babe. Get in the mic. Let him. I want the world to hear this. I want them to hear it. They gotta hear this. He don't even know what I'm talking about. But let me get your opinion on what do you think a lot of the younger generation is missing when it comes to getting to know somebody that they think with. I mean, they go with their eyes, and that's the whole thing. Oh, he's so sexy, and that's it. What do you think they missing? Because they jump so fast into everything. What do you think they missing?
Well, the only reason why I think I can answer that, I've been there. Through a lot of trials and tribulations. And I think where your question is coming from, you basically is asking because I've had a couple of relationships to where I can take and be a good provider and giving my significant other, I'm not going to say spouse, but significant other at the time, money to take care of bills and things.
Right.
And you still come home, lights turned off, gas is off. You see what I'm saying? But yet they make enough money that they can take care of it themselves. But what are they doing with their money? But I've been searching for a while. I mean, to find somebody that's going to be equally yoked with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right now I know I found it.
You found that one.
Because just like Tarita said, she's pretty much a lone wolf. My wife is as well.
Yeah.
But we have our ups and downs because we both are trying to be the head of the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to speak.
Right.
But to answer your question, a lot of people are basically looking for what somebody else can do for them than really what they can do for themselves.
It's a wicked world.
And
It's a wicked
instead of actually trying to work together.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
And right now, I got my helpmate right here.
Yeah.
We don't really argue about anything as far as when it comes to money. If I get low, mate, what you need, babe? Or even if I look like I'm looking at something and I want it, the next day, you know, it's in the, I mean, we got packages coming from Amazon and everywhere else every day.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I mean, but sometimes I get to the point to where I don't really speak out or say a lot of things and I get quiet,
Right.
but yet I pay attention.
Right.
But in her eyesight, with her being a Capricorn, I don't pay enough attention.
Right. 10.
And don't.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But the things that I do gives her a little happiness.
Yeah.
You know, I like to surprise her as well. She looks up, oh, I didn't know you heard that I wanted this or I thought about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. That's great. Now I want in depth. In depth.
Okay.
I want this in depth. Let me see. Who was telling that story? I think it was her. I think it was her.
About what?
Get the mic up to her mouth. We gonna hear this. Now don't be trying to act all shy. Talk like you were talking last night. Now, I want you to talk about. I don't know who was telling that. That might have been you. How he was putting up the blinds and you was like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yes, that's
yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay, what?
Yes,
What you
go
want to
ahead
know
up to the
about?
mic.
I'm here.
I
I'm
want,
here.
I want you to tell us a story like from when you said you told him, look, I'm not looking for no man to think he gonna hit it and quit. Whatever, however you said it.
Like when you're dating on that dating journey.
Yeah, so my husband and I met on I hate to say it, but it Facebook dating group.
Right.
But he called me by mistake because he thought I was somebody else. So when he called me, he said, hey, and he said, my name Denise. And he said, and I'm like, sir, I don't know you. And he was like, yes, you do. You're so-and-so and so-and-so. And I said, no, I'm not. He's like, hold on a minute. So he goes over and he checks. And he said, oh, you're right. I don't know you. I had the wrong person. I said, like I said, but how you doing? You know, so that's how we initially met. But
Right.
going forward, one of the things when we were dating, I know what I want. I'm 50 plus years old, right?
Right.
So this is what I'm saying about dating as opposed to being young and dating.
Right.
So you know what you want at 50. You know how to get what you want at 50. You know if it's going to work out at 50. You're going to know if y'all going to be able to get along and communicate well at 50. It's a lot of things that's on the table at 50 that wasn't on the table when you were younger.
Right. Yeah.
Like we not kids. Either we gonna do this or we not gonna do this. Okay.
Right.
So when we were dating, one day I had wanted some blinds in my house, much like this, but the blinds were really expensive, so I hadn't.
And
got
how
them.
many blinds?
It's I don't know how many windows, babe.
It was
It was 20.
It's like 20 something. blinds.
27
All
blinds.
my whole house.
Right.
Okay. So he says, well, if you want the blinds, go get the blinds. And I'm like, really? He was like, yeah. So at this time we just dating, and we weren't even exclusively dating at this time. Cause when I was dating, I didn't even have a male friend. Right.
Right.
Like, cause after this breakup from this other relationship, I didn't even have a male friend. So my idea was to date and meet male people, at least if nothing else, make friends. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So anyway, so when he gets to the house and he says about the blinds and stuff, he says, well, go get them. And I'm like, okay. We went and paid for them. He was putting the blinds up and we were talking about whether we were going to be together. I forget how we get on the conversation. I think I actually asked him, are you ready to start dating exclusively? And he was up doing the blinds on the thing. And he said, well, yeah. And I'm like, really? He was like, yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, right. You know, whatever. He was like, no, let's do it. I said, put it on Facebook. Change your status on Facebook. And he was like, okay. And he came down off the ladder. We sitting on the couch like we sitting now, and he get on his phone, I get on my phone. And he actually changed his status to in a relationship with me. And I was like, oh my God, I'm dating exclusively. Oh my God. I'm like, wow, this is really, but to have that grown-up dialogue to say, yes, we're dating. We weren't exclusive. We were friends. And mind you, he lived in Indiana, and I lived in Cincinnati. So he was traveling back and forth. So then I started traveling back and forth. But to come together, open communication, and have that dialogue to build a relationship.
Right.
To decide to date, decide to become exclusive, and then decide to be married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you older, you know what you want. And if you don't, sad. It's a sad situation. Something ain't right. Because I know what I'm gonna take and I know what I'm not gonna take. He's the same way. But you come together and you make a damn decision and you stick by it.
Right.
Right.
You know
That's why I say, like, you know, there's people out here. You said something very good. You know, at your age, you should know what you want. At your 50, you should know what you want.
Yes.
So it's a lot of people out here, they don't take time to get to know themselves. They don't take time to get to know themselves. And that's one thing that me and my wife, we didn't know that we was going to do it. Like, we was doing that, but that's what happened. Like, cause God is, I mean, he going to send you some scampiness if you want scampy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to keep on, you don't want to allow him to do it for you. He going to, okay, go ahead then, get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you wait for me, I'm going to give you what you need.
Right.
So a lot of people, I say, they don't take enough time to get to know themselves. Like, she says it best, like, you know, you ain't know what color you want, like, and, you know, all that.
Right. No, I found out what I like before I got with you, but I went through a moment where I was so busy focusing on other people, I wasn't focusing on myself, and I didn't know who I was as a person. I mean, I'm just because I get up every day just so routine with, you know, raising your kids, going to work, you know, then, you know, I was married once before, and, you know, being a wife. And, you know, and then when my mom got sick, being a caretaker. So you have all these different roles you got to play every day. And every day is so routine, you leaving yourself out. I didn't know who I was as a person because I was a nurturer and a provider. I wasn't knowing who I was. But once I did figure, you know, had that time to, you know, sit and talk to God, and God spoke with me and told me to love myself, because nobody is taught to love themselves. Nobody say, hey, they say you're supposed to love yourself, but do we really truly sit down like, oh, I love myself? I know we don't. We want somebody to say they love us and we love them, and we love on our kids, and, you know, we love not even just people, love of money, love of cars, love of things, but not ourselves. So I had time to sit, and when God said, when I didn't have anything to do anymore, I didn't have no more roles. My kids was grown. I didn't have the mother role. I mean, I had the mother role, but my kids didn't need me direct on. You know, they didn't need me like that no more. My mom passed away. I didn't have the daughter to be the caretaker of my mom anymore, because I moved her in with me. I didn't have, you know, I was divorced. I didn't have nothing left. It was just me. And Sudi, when you sit and you listen to God, because God speaks to us, we just know how to learn how to sit. It been plenty of times God talked to me, but I never heard him say love yourself. He done talked to me over many things to get through things with situations with my kids, and, you know, with, you know, a lot throughout life. And I know I'm a listener of God. But this time when I'm like, I didn't know what I was going to do. And God told me loud and clear, love yourself and love on you, love yourself. And it was like, wow, how do you do that? How do you love yourself? The same way you love another human being. You love yourself. You make yourself happy. You do things to make you happy. That's where you coming from when you said, I learned I had a favorite color. I didn't even know I had a favorite color. I learned that I have a favorite color. I started doing things, you know, for myself. I started traveling. I mean, I was traveling, y'all. I was all over the place, the world. I ain't not just out of state. I was out of the country. I done been somewhere. I done been in Dubai. I done been everywhere. I'm telling y'all, I started loving me. I started pouring into me. And once I did that, when he came along, I was just like, I wasn't one of those women that's out there. You know, sometimes you got a lot of women out there looking for love. They looking for it. I wasn't looking for it because I just had been there of 19 years. So I wasn't looking. I done did from 28 to 47 years old with somebody and married to him. So I wasn't looking.
Right.
So when he came along, I was really just like dating, wanted to just to see how it is. I didn't even know how to date, to be honest, because I started young. I mean, I've been locked down long. So I was like, how do you date? So when I started dating guys, this was the thing too. A lot of people date, and like you said, they don't date to get to know the person. A lot of people, and this is what I felt once I started dating and being around, females and just hearing people, because, I work with a lot of females, and you hear different things, and a lot of females think if they meet a guy, the guy take them on 2 or 3 different dates, a woman instantly think that's her man. That ain't your man, because y'all haven't sat down and talked to, but a lot of women think that. So if a guy don't call them after taking them on a date and dating them and don't call them, they already upset him because he ain't calling them on the 4th day.
Right.
That ain't your man. I was seeing women doing that. Like, what makes you think he didn't have other female friends before he found you, met you? They got other female friends, but women think because they went on dates with them, they automatically that's and they've been talking to him on the phone and stuff like that. That's automatically their man. Even if they've been intimate with them, they think that's their man. That is not your man, because you need to sit and talk to him. Y'all gotta have an understanding, and that still go back to me. If you're not married, you're single. A lot of women be with men for 10 years and they don't even marry them. I personally ain't giving nobody 10 years of my life, and you ain't marrying me, because it's like, why wait that long for a man to commit himself to you?
Right, because they know instantly what they want. They know it instantly whether or not they want to be with you, and it does not take no 10 years.
No, 10 years, no. So a lot of women do that, but once you find yourself and love on yourself, I think like when he came along, I was loving me so much and I was so into me. It was like a man, when they see you, how you treat yourself, that's how a man gonna treat you. So it was basically like I was in love with me. So he had come along to even just, I think the fact that what type of person I was, not fall in love to be with me. He probably could tell you, probably just love how I am as a person.
Yeah, that was one of the main things.
Yeah, and that's what he would say, how I am as a person, how I move about life itself, how I move about life. But you have to be a strong person to get in tune with yourself, because I didn't get in tune with myself until I was 47, 48 years old. I'm not going to say I had it all together before and I knew who I was. I got in tune with me at 47, 48 years old. And here I am now, married to a wonderful person. We have fun together. And I think a marriage is all about friendship. All about friendship. Because when me and him first got together, I did kind of like not stop. I used to be with a lot of my female friends all the time. But once me and him got together, especially once we got married, I stopped doing all those things, because I need to get to know him. I need to get him my undivided attention. I need to know who he is as a person, how he move, how he roll. I've been hanging with my girlfriends for 40 years. I don't need to hang with y'all no more. I need this man on. I've been hanging with y'all long enough. Not that I don't love them, and I don't have to hang with them every day. I don't have to go out to the clubs with them no more. I don't have to do the traveling things with them no more. We done did all that. Now that I got a good man, I ain't about to lose a good man after going through what I went through. Hey, sis, love you. I ain't coming outside today. Right. But a lot of people won't do that because it's a mind thing. Like, oh, I'm not about to drop off my friends. You ain't dropping off your friends. If they need me, I'm going to be there for them. If they, ain't have girl time is important, but not all the time girl time. I don't need all that much girl time no more. I just don't need it no more.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. But I wanted to read a comment that Sharitha Henderson, she was talking about my cousin when she was talking. She said, Sharitha Henderson, what's up, by the way? She said, hi everybody. Sharitha said, hi everybody. Hi. But she says, she said she knows her worth. She's not settling, and she's not about to dummy herself down to make nobody feel good, etc. So that's what
my thought Sharika. Thank you for saying
Yeah.
that because I left out
That's
of
what
that.
she was saying to you, to your comment when you was talking. That's what she was saying. Yeah, she ain't-
Oh, absolutely. That's my number one rule. Because there was one time in my life that I didn't realize my worth.
right.
Right. I honestly didn't, and I didn't even know what that meant. To be honest with you, I spent a lot of time in solitude.
Right.
Meaning that I'm spending a lot of alone time. I say about, as I was saying, 85 to 90% of my time, it's either me being alone. And what I'm doing is just like in the process of what we're doing right now. This is why we're here. It's fourth quarter. It's reset time for me to think about how my growth
Yeah.
for next year and all
Yeah.
those things. And even in my personal life. Now, until I get someone, y'all, my work is my everything right now. And I say that because I'm trying to build. I'm continuing to build.
Yeah.
You know, but knowing that worth, once you realize that, you start attracting and you start diminishing and eradicating people that are not good for your spiritual soul.
Right.
They fall off. So
Right.
that's where I'm at right now. And some of the people that maybe I'm acquainted with or whatnot, you know, God sends me those messages. I receive it from the universe, you know, and I'm reading confirmation. The vibe, people's energy, you know, if it ain't right, you know what I mean? No fakeness, none of that. I'm gonna eradicate you, and you're not coming into 2026 with me, no matter who you are.
Right.
Period. Because I know my worth.
Yeah.
Once I do that, I'm always gonna keep God first. Period.
Yeah. Got to.
So my next significant other, if it ain't all about God, and not only you can't speak it, but you gotta be by action.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Don't get too much of that information away. We got
Right.
an
But I'm
announcement
just
to make
saying.
in a
I'm just
minute.
saying. It's knowing your worth. I love it. What was it, Sharika?
Yeah, Sharika.
Sarita, you are absolutely on point. And in my after my retirement life, that is exactly what I'm going to be offering as part of my services as a life coach, to get with these young women
Yeah.
to somehow help them realize their worth, so they won't be stuck in these positions. They'll know how to deal with these messy individuals
Right.
that come that approach them. So you're going to be trained and groomed based off, and I'm going to say based off of experience. It's not just my own, because I've been here 57 years.
Yeah.
So I know some things. You see what I'm saying? But by the time that I'm done mentoring, because I mentor many, and I've helped many get certain places in life, wherever they want to be. That's how I assess people. Where you want to go, I'm gonna help you. What you want to do, I can get you there. Help you anyway. Grace God. But you're gonna definitely know your worth, because you know that if you, as you're moving and growing in your journey and you're elevating, some people you can't bring. So what does God do? Because He knows your heart. As long as you giving your all, putting into yourself, living according to His expectations, you do all that. Love and pour into your community, all that.
Yes.
He knows your heart. So you're gonna get blessed abundantly.
Yeah.
Accept it into your life.
That's
period.
real. That's real.
You know, great things are gonna start happening to you.
Yeah.
You see? That's my take on it.
Thanks, Sharika. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharika.
What's that, baby?
I was gonna say, when she was saying like she's going into fourth quarter and she's gonna eliminate people, you know, a lot of things in people, whatever, and then just people about being energy, you know. And you said solitude, like you said, you spend 85% of your time. He can tell you to do. I do that too. I can sit in the house all day and I won't even turn over TV at all, because I like to listen in quiet. I need quiet. When you're in a quiet space, you listen, you hear yourself. You hear yourself and you hear God and you hear others. So once you get there, and I'm a strong believer in law of attraction, you attract what you allow. So if you constantly, and I too had to learn this too. If you constantly attracting bad energy, then you constantly allowing bad energy. You're going to continue to attract bad energy.
And you're self-sabotage.
Yeah. So I'm big on law of attraction. So what you allow is what you attract. So if we're, women, if we out here just allowing men to do this, that, and whatever to us, the next one come along, they gonna do it because we allowing it. So you attract what you allow. So whatever you get, you tell the man right off top, no, sorry. We let too many sorries dictate our life. And once we learn that, and nice to meet you,
Right.
it's no more sorries because you know. And they know better, and we know better. And at some point, we can't take these sorries. That's a word. We got to take action from them. We got to take action and not the word, because our tongue can say anything. I can say I hate him, but my heart know I love him. So it's all about your energy, your heart, or whatever. So we can say so many things. We can let this tongue roll and say a lot of things, but we got to go with actions. And once I learned actions, I became powerful. I became powerful when I learned action and not just tongue, what somebody say. It's about what they show you. And people put it right there, and we go around it because we looking past, and it's right there. So, but that law of attraction, once I start reading up on that and learning that, I'm telling you, my life had got powerful on a lot of things.
I wanna kind of like swivel over to another subject. I want to hear from the man that with the voice like very Barry White. That's what I want to. Now scoot that mic up to my man with the. Hey Donna, scoot that mic up to him. I want to ask this question.
Okay, come on.
This is a good question. It ain't throwing you off track. Yeah, scoot on up to the mic, sir. Scoot on up to the mic. Now, my man's Vince. This is the guy will have you cracking the hell up. Trust me. But I'm gonna ask you something. Tell us what's been coming from your mindset, your opinion, how you feel over these 43 plus years. What's been the glue? What's been the glue that held you two guys together?
Oh, that's easy to answer. Now, like my wife explained earlier, we was young. We had to grow together. We grew together. And the one thing, the opposite, absolute positive, one thing kept us together this entire time. Sitting next to this woman right here. Never ever gave up on me. Never.
Yeah.
Never gave up on us. I tell people all the time, I don't know where I'd be without my wife. I have no idea what type of shape, condition I would be in without my wife.
Right.
We both come to, as we get older, to really believe and trust in God. So we both learned to put God first. And in doing that, it even brought us closer together. Because it took the focus off of her, put it on him.
Yeah.
Well, okay, baby, I trust you got it. Baby, I trust you got it. It's baby, I trust, we trust.
Yeah.
He got it.
Yeah.
And that was a big changing point in our life, because it allowed us to really start enjoying each other. Took a lot of the blame game off of each other.
Yeah.
You ain't doing this, you ain't. So, out of all that we've been through, my wife has always figured out a way. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go on this trip. Can't pop my fingers. We're gonna go on this trip. We're gonna buy this car. We're gonna purchase this house. She's always been at the forefront
Right.
And I've always been the guy right there. Hey, let's go get that money.
Right.
Let's go get that money, mama. That's what you want to do? Okay, mama, here we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's been the driving force.
Mm-hmm.
And I love her for it. I knew it from the time I melted into the chocolate.
Right.
From the how she's always been a go-getter. Even when we was, early, she always had that drive and that determination. And I told myself, this the one I want to be with.
Mm.
I told her I said, I want you to have my baby.
Right.
I've known, I've known, and she's that we was gonna be together,
Forever.
and we have.
Yeah.
We never gave up on each other,
Right.
so here we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her right there, bro.
Yes. Yes.
But
Yeah.
he said key word though. He said God. Key word. He said God. And it was like me and him, and it was kind of like I told him like, like when God said when 2 or 3 come together his name, he'd be in the midst. So I was telling him like, I know you pray and I pray one day. And I'm like, but what we gotta do, we gotta pray together.
Yes.
We gotta pray together. Like I know you've been praying and I've been praying and you believe in God and I believe in God, but we gotta pray together. So that's what, we gotta pray together. That's what we do. We got to pray together because we gotta ask God, come together. If we want something or we trying to make the marriage work or we, trying to do things, whatever, we gotta come together on one accord. And we got to come together. And I think that's what's the key word. Like he said that is not her or him no more. It's we, what God, what, they put their trust in God. And that's the key word. It's like putting it all in God's hand. Here, God, it's bigger than me. Surrender. Once you surrender things to God, and you don't go back on it, God, he prevails.
Yeah.
He truly do.
Honors marriage.
Yes. Oh my
Yes, he
God.
does. One of the
Yes.
things he does. He honors.
Mm-hmm.
Take those vows. You should take everything count. It says to death do us part.
Right. Right.
Like our cousin, her husband, she loved him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Relationship.
Yes. You come on.
You good? And you hold on. Say. Let me put the mic up to you. I want you to say that and explain why you say that. So one more time, she said.
Relationships are hard because you have to think. There's 2 people with 2 different personalities. Period.
Right.
And it takes work. It is not. It just takes work. I don't know nobody that's been in a relationship and didn't think that it was going to take some work. It takes work. You have to think of the other person all the time. What we gonna eat, what we gonna do, how we gonna do it, and it just takes work.
Yeah.
Relationships take a lot of work.
It really do. In work and communication, like we'll sit here and we'll say like we never had an argument or whatever because everybody's so used to saying every relationship have problems and they have arguments. That's true. You can have a disagreement, but you don't have to argue about it. You can, and it's about how you talk to each other. So we don't try not to argue. It just don't happen. But we both just respect each other so much where we want to beat the odds of people saying that. To go past that, you're going to have arguments. No, you're going to have disagreements. It's a difference.
That's real good.
Yeah.
You're gonna get fed up.
But it's
the way to-
it is. It's disagreements. It's how you handle it. That's where majority of people do. But if 2 people, we're going to respect each other and we're not going to argue with each other. And it's just us. We're not going to argue with each other. He don't have to agree with what I feel of a situation, and I don't have to agree with him. But we're gonna voice it, and we're gonna talk about it. We're not just gonna sweep it under the rug and never let it come out, because that's where problems come. You have to handle it head on and right then and there, not later, right then and there. But sometimes we have a little disagreement. We'll say like, I don't want to talk right now. You allowed to say that.
Yeah.
You allowed to tell me you don't want to talk right now, and we can revisit that. We can revisit it. We're not going to let it go under the rug, but we're going to revisit the situation.
Right.
You know, so me and him, we have our disagreement. We'd be lying if we say, oh, we don't have no disagreements. We have some disagreements.
But we have not had an argument.
We have not had an argument.
No
It's how we talk. We talk to each other and how we discuss it. We sit down and say like, hey, I didn't like this, you know. Hey, we don't have to be we just personally, we're not doing that in our marriage. You know, we're not. And we're newlyweds, and people will say, you know, that eventually it may happen, not if we're a team.
Stay of course.
We say this. We on a team together, you know. We done been through all that. We done been in relationships where we did all that. Now we a team. We gonna stay. The team don't fight with each other. That's what we tell each other.
I'm learning from y'all.
I was just getting ready to interject and say my wife and I are just the opposite. Me and my wife have very emotional conversation.
Right.
Very people at the point when people look at it like,
Right. Oh.
it's just us how we have what you would call discussion.
Right.
Then y'all, but that's okay.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
not
being
saying that make nobody a bad person, no relationships bad or whatever. How people handle their situations. We're just how I feel about it. We're just not going to do it because I'm an energy person. I'm big on energy. I don't want to throw my energy out. I don't want to. I'm having a good day because I disagree with something he said. I'm gonna get myself worked up over it. I'm not going to have my energy and my whole day all worked up because I disagree with another human being, whether it's my husband or not. I just don't, that energy plays a big part of your spirit. I don't want to go to bed upset. I want to sleep good at night. And I don't want to go to bed over a disagreement. That's something I just, you know, personally. So me and him sit down, and that's one of our things where we're not going to argue. We're going to talk it out because we two individuals. We're human. We all going to think different.
What you think, Angel? What do you think about that?
She don't know.
What you think?
She have a lot to say, but she won't say it now. So quiet, motherfucker.
She on this camera.
She knows
She on
it.
this camera.
Baby.
What you think? What you think?
All over there.
Because she gonna say what she gonna
Definitely
say.
Have, mine's be arguments. I'm sorry.
No, because
I'm gonna be honest. Because we on.
Go ahead and
All
say
the
it.
argument because Brandon.
He said, say it.
Half the time, you know.
No,
You
it be
know,
argument.
you know,
He don't
I like
argue.
to
Well,
argue.
my part is argument. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna argue my point across, and if I don't get it across, I'm gonna follow you, and then we gonna talk about it. He gets away from me. But at the end of the day, he don't argue. He don't argue. But when I have a point to get across, I'm gonna get it across. He ignore me. I'm gonna keep talking until he answers and say,
Or
okay,
act like
baby.
act like he answered. Yeah, all right.
He can
whatever.
do that, but I'm gonna revisit it later. He can do that. I'm gonna revisit
Jesus.
it later, and we're gonna
Right.
have that same talk again
Right.
until I see something different.
Right. Okay.
See, that's the difference.
I mean, everybody's
We ain't
relationship
perfect,
is different, and everybody's relationship is
nobody's
different, and
perfect.
nobody is perfect. That's
Right.
what that's what I was saying. It's just like with me and Tico, whatever coming in, I done been through so much. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
have
wanna do that. I don't.
Yeah.
If I honestly just felt like, because I'm not an argumentative person.
Mm-hmm.
I love to talk. I'm a talker. But I'm not an argumentative person with anybody, not even just a spouse, with anybody. I'm not putting that much energy really
Yeah.
to nobody, like to give nobody that much of my time. Like I
I
just
get it.
can't. So I just feel
have
like
all
every
day.
relationships go through a lot and go through a lot of things. I done been in relationships in a marriage before where all I did was argue. All I did, and not on my turn because of me, because of the other person loved to argue. It just in I felt like in his spirit where he felt better when he argued. You know what I'm saying? Like some people honestly feel better when they argue. It's something with their energy,
I
you
wouldn't
know.
say that.
You know,
feel
so
better.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying some people do, and
Mandy.
so I feel like I just didn't like. I just never like to argue. Like I don't. I'm very sensitive. I'm very
I am
sensitive.
too.
I'm very sensitive, and just arguing. So coming with me and him, we laid it down. Like we gonna respect each other. We grown. We human. You ain't.
If it's, you got
One
to do
thing
that
I-
as a couple and say that, hey, when we became married or when we got married, we decided that, hey, we can have a disagreement, but we're not going to argue. We're not going to talk to each other that way. That's something that, you know, that you guys have established in your relationship. And I think it's a wonderful thing. I'm taking notes. Angel.
That's part of like
You got to, I just have to get it out.
I had,
You
yeah.
know,
It
and
just.
who best to get it out with?
But when
But
you
my
do the
best friend
talking,
right here,
sometimes
okay?
it don't reach there. It don't reach there. So it's just like you get to that point where you just gotta explode. Like it's just like I'm tired of talking. So the talking is over with. Like I gotta go there.
That's why I leave the room.
he de-escalate.
Yeah, he do.
So it ain't, you gotta have somebody
Now bring
be
it back up.
de-escalated.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah.
He
So we
do.
have a mature
Yes.
couple over here that would like to
I
respond.
want
Brandon too.
I
He
just
next.
think, you know, out of the conversation, always someone has to compliment.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no true winner or loser,
Come on.
but someone has to say, well, okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Dang.
I can dig it. All right,
Yeah.
we can either do this or we can either do that,
Yes.
but it has to come to a compromise
Yeah.
somewhere
Yes.
in the conversation
Yes.
or argument.
There you go.
It is a choice.
Somewhere, somebody.
So you gotta
Yeah.
come to that.
Okay, baby, cool.
okay,
The
baby.
man or the woman, somebody got it. Okay, baby, it's cool. Or like as Angel so eloquently put it, will get revisited.
That part right there. And I ain't playing. I'm gonna give my
Same
point.
way. I know. Same way.
Right.
Get her point across. You know,
You gonna make sure she get that point across.
Yeah, she gonna make
I'm trying to hear
sure.
that right now. No, hold up, come here.
Yep.
But I think people understand. Sorry for cutting you off, but I think people understand people more at a softer tone because you hear. Because when you argue, it's just you ain't hearing. You're not hearing what that person's saying because you want to go higher. If my voice going here, you're going here, and it's just gonna keep. And you're not taking in everything that person just said to you. You may miss the key point of what you're asking. You can say, "Why did you do this?" And then you steady asking, "Why did you do this?" Why did this? And that person, because you're arguing, I already told you. But you so busy arguing and going higher, you missed the key point. The key thing they answer your question, and you missed out on the question, the answer, because you constantly arguing. But if you're sitting down and you having a disagreement and you're talking and you ask, "Why did you do this? Why? What was your reason?" Everybody have a reason for something because I can't make him think like I think. I can say that bag is green and right now he can say it's blue. I can't convince him that bag is green. Tell me why you think it's blue then. And I need to sit there and listen. Maybe something affecting his eyes today. Yeah, but I didn't argue with you and not even knowing there's something wrong with your eyes today. Because I'm arguing with you. I'm missing something. When you arguing, you can't even get that across. You just you kept saying it's blue, and all along, so he He colorblind.
I'm explaining as I go.
That's what you do.
I sure do, don't I? I'm gonna tell you how it is, and this is why.
So,
And I need to know why you did it, and why you didn't do it.
I'm looking on here. I got a comment from a one Phyllis Jordan that says, and then it makes what works for some may not work for others, and you should never go to bed mad at each other. Someone may not wake up, so always love one
That's
another.
true, cuz.
That's
That's
a,
Very true.
and that's been happened before.
Yeah.
That's been happened.
That's very true.
Yeah,
Good value point right there, cuz.
yeah, that's very
That's the
valuable.
T right
Well,
there.
and I learned that. I mean, after the fact, like after my late husband left, I thought about that exact point.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
I got
yeah.
to thinking about, oh my God,
Yeah,
and you got to think about that because of the work that I do in the industry that I'm in. I was in South Carolina, and he was in Ohio. We have a house in Ohio and then one in South Carolina, but my duties kept me there, you know, in South Carolina. So it was devastating because once he passed, all that we were talking about is what came back to me. And I got to thinking about all the moments and quite honestly, the missed opportunities, you know?
yeah.
So as a result of that, as I think about anything in my future, I will always have that at the top of my mind. Like, make sure that I'm more mindful of my spouse.
Right.
Make sure that I am more
Right.
considerate. Make sure that I show compassion, empathy, regardless of the circumstance.
Yeah.
And just be a better me for that person. So I reflected, and no matter no matter how good you think it is in the present, there's always opportunity for growth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'll
that's
leave it
true.
there before I get emotional.
That's why I said I was taking notes from her. You know, because you can learn. You learn from the process of being with other couples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her way might, it just might enlighten something in our relationship. You know what I'm saying? And so, I'm taking notes. I'm keeping it. You gotta really, us ladies gotta learn how to shut up sometimes, but
I'd like to say.
gotta learn how to be quiet.
Tripping off my brother-in-law over there.
So, Brandon, what's your take, Brandon? What's your
Well, it
take?
was something else that I wanted to say because it just hit me, I can remember when me and Andrew first, we first getting together and everything, I told myself I wanted to learn her stats, meaning that, I pays attention. I try to pay attention, it's getting better though. So for instance, example, when y'all first started going out and everything, you tell what she like, pay attention to all that stuff. So now I'm so excited to where like I'm loving it. Like I don't even have to call my baby and ask her like at a certain word, smile like, what you want? I already know what to get her.
Right.
Stuff like that. Any
Right.
store I go to now, I don't have to call her no more. I know what she want. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I love it. I love it. Oh, I love
So
it.
you ready for the married life?
That's big, though.
Yeah, that
That's
is, that
big,
is.
Because that's what us women want too.
They
We
love you to pay
want
attention,
a
boy.
man to pay attention to us.
Yeah.
And we need that. We so busy wanting to not prove ourselves, but make ourselves known. Like if you with somebody, why do we gotta constantly make ourselves known or whatever? You know me. You been with me, you know me. So that's big. Like you said, just something just as simple as I ain't even gotta call and say what she want. I already know what she want. That's big. Like
At
that's
first,
big.
that's how I said, at first, that's what I was saying. Learn your wife or your spouse or significant other, learn their style, their stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing. I'm gonna keep on doing it.
You're doing good, baby.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
Keep it coming, baby.
You're doing good.
But yeah, I also learned a lot of
Bad things. What you shouldn't do.
No,
Oh,
well,
no, go ahead.
from other couples and stuff. I learned a lot so far.
Right.
I appreciate that. I love the knowledge. I love that knowledge.
Yeah, it helps.
It do.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
and like to say, every relationship is different. Everybody's relationship is different. We all can learn from each other. You know, like it's not like because we handle our marriage different from somebody else's marriage different that makes their marriage like ours better. We don't. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? It's just how everybody handle a situation. By me saying like we don't argue, I don't feel like, oh, you got a horrible marriage because you argue. I don't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I honestly don't. I don't feel like, oh, they arguing, their marriage horrible. No. That's just how y'all communicate with each other. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just how with me and him, I just personally just choose not to argue. And I think that's coming from a place of being in an emotionally verbal abusive marriage before. So you know, so that right there is, you know, where I'm coming from. Even in that emotionally abusive, verbally marriage, my first marriage, it takes a lot. A lot of people, you know, he never physically hurted me, but those words was like punches. Those words was like punches. And you know, you constantly just arguing and arguing. It's draining. It drained me. What am I arguing for? Why can't we talk? But when you got a person who just constantly want to argue with you all the time, it literally drained me. And I did it for 19 years. 19 years I did it. So coming into this marriage, I don't want to argue.
Right.
I don't want to argue. I want to communicate with my husband. I want to talk to my husband. I want to see how his day is. I can be he probably had a bad day. Or I had a bad day. Maybe this is why my mood is shifting. So I don't want to argue with you because you had a bad day. And you're not on my level right now. You know, so I love the peace. Our home is so peaceful. When we come home, I'm serious. It's so peaceful. We honestly don't argue. We talk. We literally talk. And if it's a disagreement, we literally talk that disagreement out. It been said, like, I don't feel like talking right now. And the person truly, I'm serious. I feel like each person should allow the other person space and have time to talk.
Absolutely.
To have talk to you. People can, I mean, I'm a nurse. I'm on my feet 12 hours a day. I'm dealing with so many patients, family members, doctors. My mental is all over the place. I mean, I'm dealing with other coworkers and everything. So the last thing I want to do is come home and argue with my husband about anything when I done had a hectic day.
Right.
I done had a hectic day. I'm sitting there trying to be these patients' therapists and everything. Like, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot mental. Like, my job ain't physically. I'm not lifting stuff and stuff like that. It's not a physical job, but it's a mental. It's mental, and people's lives is in your hands.
So when you and your husband, when you're like that and it's hectic at the workplace or whatever is going on in your life, do you find that your husband is your soft place?
He is. He
He's
really
your
is.
sounding board. Can he look at you and tell like you just completely emotionally wiped out, and he just knows what to do or what not to do?
Yeah, he can tell. So, like, you know, when I come home, or you know, he can feel it. He can feel it. I think it's just a sense of me and him being, you know, like me and him like difference. Like how I feel. Work is at work for me. When I get home, I don't talk about work. I don't care if it was a bad day, that patient got on my nerves, that coworker. I don't talk about it. I may, you know, come every now and then say
Might
something.
mention something, but it ain't gonna be no long drawn out.
Yeah, but
Right.
normally I leave work. I truly leave work at home.
Yeah.
I leave work at home. I don't want to come home and discuss my work day.
Right.
That's another thing. I don't want to come home and discuss this crazy work day I done had today and bring it to my home.
Well, that's because you said earlier that your home is your peace, and I completely understand that. Where you want to have peace and serenity in your home because that's your sanctuary.
Yes.
So you both have that when you come home, that y'all can have that peace and not have to worry about outside influences and all that toxicity in your home. And I completely
Yeah,
understand.
and I think that's what's coming from. I know how to handle situations now because you that go back to that law of attraction. You attract what you allow. And my previous marriage, my first marriage, I allowed that. I could have walked away. I allowed that. So it's by me allowing that, I was attracting all that. And it just became part of, a routine. Like it was normal. But I'm draining. I'm at home arguing all the time. Then I'm going to work and I'm dealing with all these patients. And I didn't have peace. Where was my peace?
Yes.
Where was my peace at? So now I'm not doing none. I'm not like,
either.
I want to talk to my husband. I want to like just talk. I don't want to argue with him. I want I'm not standing up against him and arguing with him. I need to come home. I need to be at peace. Home gonna be peace. And even if, we're not at home, I want to be peaceful. It's my energy, my spirit. I take time out to myself and meditate all the time. And I don't want it to be disrupted over arguments.
Yes. Absolutely.
And that's with anybody.
Everybody wants a peaceful home. Everybody wants to be, peaceful. It's just that, sometimes in relationships, things come up and things happen. And, and how we handle them are different.
Right.
Because I live in peace. I'm not going to have it no other way. No.
Right.
My sister, she says, we don't want our husbands at the rooftop of the house. But I think that somebody says, if it don't get done today, I need it done now. Who was that? She said, I need it done right now. Not now, but right now.
That's how
Right
I
now.
feel. Will you talk about me?
Yeah, you already know who I'm talking
Well, I'm just saying. I didn't know if you was reading off of there or not. No. That's how I feel.
Right.
But in knowing that I know that I feel that way, I try not to add pressure onto my husband because I know it's going to get done, but that ain't the point. You're moving a little slow. You ain't saying nothing fast enough. You ain't communicating with me. I don't know where you at. I just know that I said what I said, and I don't went on 10 things down. But I don't had enough time to circle back to what are you talking? Did you answer me? Did you hear me? And he like, oh, it burns me up.
Right.
He act like that, but I'm like that. He's not. So I have to learn to
Why am I going to add fuel to the fire?
How about an answer to the fire? If you just give an answer to the fire, you wouldn't have no fire. That's all I'm saying.
Right. But you learn how to like move around that. Let me okay. I know I want this. Let me calm down a little second.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm learning because so when you're used to doing things for yourself, you like we don't already talked about that. And I'm never gonna say I went through that phase where I don't need no man, this, that, and the other. Women get that and they try to put that as a red badge of courage. That's not true. You do need a man. You may not want one at the time or whatever's going on, but God designed a woman and a man.
Right.
They're supposed to be together. So, and I get that these women, we as women get so carried and inundated with the pressures of the world and being the breadwinners that we go around and we carrying it because we doing it. What do you mean we doing it?
Right.
Like I don't need you.
Right. Oh, wow.
But that's how we feel. Is that your phone? That's how we feel. But my whole thing is we need to stop. That's the trick of the devil.
Right.
That they have put into our minds and that we've been so inundated with having to make things happen for our kids and our households that we become aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Not on purpose, but not on purpose, but
it's a defense mechanism.
It's just like we're in fight or flight mode. It's a survival mode.
Yeah.
Period. That's what it is.
Right.
It's survival because it comes out of a place of fear. I'll be completely honest. It comes out of a place of fear because when 9 times out of 10, when you feel that way about something and it comes out and you're angry, you're disgruntled, you're scared. Something has got you fearful.
Shook. Yeah.
That's what I've learned. And if I calm that down and know the peace of God and the peace of He's not going to let me fall. I've come too far that I know that He's not going to leave me. But I'm telling you, women are operating off of aggression and they're operating out of the fear of, the fear of, they out here in this world and they got to make it happen for their kids. We ain't got time for that bull crap. Like, and that's where we come off so aggressive. And then be like, "Oh, baby, why you so aggressive?" And then you come up with this old lame weak. They weak. I'm sorry. Some y'all men, I'm so not everybody, weak.
Right.
I'm sorry, weak. Come on, bruh. Move out the way if you ain't gonna help.
Yeah. Yep. That's a major hold up. Go ahead, man.
What? I'm quit Angie. Turn your phone off.
I love what she said about the fight or flight situation, and saying us women, we run off aggression from that. And that's is because, we're younger and, raising our kids and we doing a lot. So we take charge and we take lead on all of that. So I personally like been there. Like I'm that person too. I'm such a go-getter. I'm going to get what I want. I always, being in that mode, always wanting and getting and going and going and going and going. Even, from my husband and this and that. We always in that mode, in that mode, that grind mode, that flight, that fight mode. We always in there. But this is just me. At 53 years old, I'm 53 years old now. I'm tired. I'm in my soft girl era.
Yes, baby.
What's
that? How y'all do that? Come on.
Whatever them kids been doing.
Yeah,
I'm in my soft girl era.
Yeah.
I'm truly in my soft girl era.
You can only go there. You can only be there. Because listen, I've tried it. You can only be there if you create the atmosphere in your home and in your life and your surroundings that will allow you to be there. Because if you ain't got nobody that's holding you up, whatever the circumstances may be for you or whatever. If you don't create it for yourself, you can't have
right.
it.
And that goes back to me saying where I had that alone time. I had my me time. I had my alone time. And it all wraps up the same too as far as I attract where I allow. So I'm truly in my soft girl era. Like even when it comes to like my kids, I'm in my soft girl era. I don't even want to hear all them. I don't want to hear my kids' problems.
Nope, sure don't.
I don't want to hear they're grown. They gonna have to. I had to get it up, find my way. I ain't gonna let them fall all the way.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna watch you.
Yeah,
because if I continue to, help or whatever, they don't know. But so even when it comes to my children, I'm silencing things too. I'm really silencing things when it comes to my children because I am in my soft girl era. My kids, they very self-sufficient kids. But I'm still like in a solid, in my soft girl era where I'm really like in tune with me. But if my kids need me, I'm going to be there. But I don't have to always run to the rescue no more.
Yeah, I love my kids. Me and my girls are best friends.
I don't have to run to the rescue
every day.
Yeah, me and my daughter live across the street from each other.
Yeah.
So I know what you're saying. Not that I turn off. I talk to my kids all the time too, every day. But I'm talking about all the chaos, the chaos stuff and all that. Me and my daughter, my daughter glued to my hip all the time. So I'm the same way. Like me and my daughter, we together all the time. But I'm talking about not distant myself. No, I'm not saying I'm distant myself from my children. No, that's not. But just sitting back and watching them raise their children.
Watching them grow.
Yeah.
That's that part. That's where I'm getting at. Because, as a mother, we always want to be a mother when they grown. And, sometimes we try to take over their lives and forget that they're grown. They're 36, 33, and 31. I have no more babies. I don't have no little bitty kids no more. I have grown kids. So I'm still just sitting back and I'm silencing and I'm sitting back and I'm really enjoy watching my kids. My kids is very self-sufficient. My boys doing excellent jobs with their children. I got one son raised his son by himself. They doing great things. But when I say that, not that I'm saying the hell with my kids and no, that's never. I'm in mama mode. But I still sit back and I'm not jumping in. I'm not jumping in.
At the every beck and call.
And I'm not jumping in. And when you do that too, where they at now? They're self-sufficient. They hold their own. My daughter got 4 kids. She get up every day and go to work Monday through Friday.
That's that hustle, honey.
Every day.
Yes.
Her kids range from the age of 12 to 1 years old. And she get up and she live right across the street from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's
But
a hustler.
I'm just saying the way you said it. I'm gonna be honest. That it sounded different. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like I'm cut them off and that. No.
Because to me, I mean, I jumped in and say, hey, my girls are my best friends. We talk a lot. If I don't even, what I'm saying is like, if I don't have one of my girlfriends calling me and wanting to do something, I ain't gotta have that because I got two girls.
You get your daughter. And me and your daughter say,
Girls, I ain't gotta. I can get it whatever I need from my.
I know
girl,
you took
know.
that was a
what
totally
I'm saying?
different way. Yeah, not that I cut them off, but no. So I get it wholeheartedly what you're saying, but no, me and my daughter, we like this. Like me and my daughter like this. Yeah. I call her and say, like, you think this outfit gonna go together? Me and my daughter, we tight. So no, I wasn't meaning it that way, but still, it's just with children. What I'm saying is, we have to silence. We got to silence some things. You know what I'm saying? And when this is just talking about me. I have to silence things I can figure out myself and be in my soft girl era because I'm not getting younger. I'm getting older. Yes. So I need to enjoy me. I'm watching my children enjoy their children and raising their children. So what I was meaning saying, I'm not pushing them or helping them in that way. If my kids need me, they know I'm running. Mm-hmm. It's not a doubt. I'm running. But what I'm saying is sometimes, we always want to be in mode. I'm not just there doing it. I'm not running to it. I'm not running to it. I'm not, so that's what I mean about that.
It's your time. It's your
I'm time. In my soft girl era. That's what I mean by that. I'm in my
trust yourself that you've given your kids all of the tools to survive. And so therefore you're letting go and let God because you trust.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And as a result of that allows you to have internal growth for you yourself and your relationship.
And I can sit back and relax because my kids don't have to call me and be like, my boys, they don't call me, Mom, I need help on my bills. And this my boys, they gonna get it. Mm-hmm. They out there doing their thing. They handle their household. So that's what I mean. And like, I can sit back. I'm in that era. I did those things because I know people that still have to help grown kids.
Right.
And it's stressful. I can see you done raise them, and then you got to help them. And now it's stressful. We always going to be a mother. We going to be a mother until forever. We going to be a mother because we're. But at some point, we do have to have our quiet time as a mother. Mm-hmm. And I'm here at 53. I'm actually feel like I'm the youngest great grandmother. I done became a great grandma now. Mm-hmm. A great grandma. And
great grandparents.
Yes, so I done became a great grandma or whatever. But I'm honestly in my soft girl era. I feel my energy, my spirit, all that feel good. And it took a lot of work. Took a lot of work. And I've been I ain't gonna say damaged, but I've been broken.
Right.
I've been broken. And so I done made it where I feel whole. I feel good. Mm-hmm. I feel good about life. I feel whole. And it took a lot of soul searching, a lot. Even, with my mom passing, me and my mom was best friends. Even when she passed, and like I was telling people, some girl who just recently lost her mom, I told her it ain't gonna get no better. I'm not gonna lie and say it get better. It don't get better. But I had trigger moments. I don't cry every day no more. Right. It's the time I cried every day missing my mom. I don't do that no more. I had trigger moments that that I would break, but I'm actually at a part of my life right now. I feel good with life, and I'm not gonna disrupt it. I'm not gonna let nobody disrupt my life, and I feel good. And he added on to that. Mm-hmm. He came in, he added on. He added on to my spirit of just uplifting, peaceful and uplifting.
So I got a question. Okay, this is for the lady. So in everything that's been spoken today, where does your husband fit in? But where does the man fit in?
Fit in
Yes,
as far as like in our life.
yes.
Okay, that's what I was just saying. Before you asked the question, that's what I was just saying. Like,
Yeah.
he came and I was here. I was already here. I was already here because I was like, it was me and God. I had that moment of me and God, me and God, me and God, me and God. I had that moment where I never had just that moment of me and God. I'm praying for everybody. I'm doing for everybody. But I finally got to a point where I was there. It was just me and God. I had my alone time, my talks with God. Just me, it was just me and God, and God was molding me. He was molding me, and I feel like he was molding me to be the woman I am, to be meek. I am, to be I didn't know I was about to remarry, but doing those a long time, and I can sit back now and reflect on it. God was molding me to be where I'm at now, to be a meek wife. I'm a woman. I like to feel like a woman. I like to feel good, and God really was molding me there because in my previous marriage, I wasn't able to do that. I had to be the strong person. I had to be, and arguing all the time. I didn't feel like a woman. This is just personally me. I didn't feel like a woman in that marriage. I just did not feel like that. And I can truly say, I feel like a woman. I feel like a woman, and it feel good, my energy, not my outside, my looks. I love clothes, I love shoes, not that part. I feel good in my inside, my energy source. It feels good. I feel like a woman, and God worked on me, and he worked and he made me whole. He made me meek. So now I can be that woman, that wife to him. And that's where I'm at in life. I can honestly just enjoy my husband. And I think that's what marriage is about, is enjoyment too.
Angel. Can you repeat the question for Angel Tarver, please?
He ain't talking to me.
He's talking to all the
I
women.
mean, it was for all the women that's
Shut
got
out
their
the
husbands
past. I mean,
in
that's
there.
what we do.
I mean, because what made me think of that was because ladies were talking about getting to being in your soft spot. I said, well, hell, they in their spot, soft spot, what a husband do? He in the hard spot? He over there in the hard spot?
Well, I think that's a great question to ask.
So where does the husband fit in?
Okay. I had recently said this too. Not here, because I have a lot of these type of conversations with different women and stuff like that. We talk, like I talk or whatever. I feel like when a man mental is at peace, it opened his mind to different things. He's able to elevate on different levels of things. Like, but if he's not at peace, he can't. His mind is not going to open up to do things. Even just like I can sit back, like I don't just sit back on just being creative and open up. I can see like my husband. I personally just feel like me and him being married and we come home, his mind opened up to so many different ideas for us. So many different ideas for us, as far as, us. And I think if I'm the type of wife, I feel like nagging at him all the time, he can't think straight. He cannot think straight. He wouldn't be able to do a lot of things that he do if I'm that wife that's constantly messing his mental up. He's not going to be able to do half of the stuff that he do. He won't be able to because his mindset. But a man's mind's going to open up to different ideas and be able to go to more potential than they can. They want to be if they're stuck with their brain clogged up. If your brain clogged up, what you gonna do? Nothing. You can't even think to even with this podcast. Let me just say for this podcast, we started out something just simple as far as the bedroom. I told him, I said, hey, I like to talk. We should start a podcast. He said, you sure? You want to do a podcast? And I'm like, I do. I want to get a podcast started. But he's able to even start doing the podcast and different things. Like, I didn't watch a lot of podcasts, and just if y'all even see our podcast, little things run across the screen. It took him time to learn all this stuff, to put all this type of stuff together. But just say if I was this nagging wife all the time, his mind wouldn't even open up to be able to do these things. So it put us in a position. It put us into position. We running off of my page right now on podcasts. People watching and we engaging. I get paid for Facebook. I get paid for Facebook, but his mind wouldn't been able to be creative like this. I don't think if he had a nagging wife to put this together for us to do this. So it just, and not only just that, it's just different thing. A man can't reach their full potential if on different things if they got a nagging wife in their head. Well, how can he be creative when his mind is clogged? That's just my take. So I think it put being in your soft spot, it put your husband in an elevation spot.
That's good. That's good. Pretty good. I mean, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
Right.
No, but everybody's different. So
Everybody is different.
Well, wait a minute. What don't you have?
I don't
that's what I'm trying to figure. What don't you have?
If everybody doesn't have the potential to be there, I'm not in control of what's going on with him all the time, and he's not in control of what's going on in my mind all the time. I'm very creative. And so that's what I'm saying. I think that's cool. I think that's cool. But
I think you want to run it. He said, this was a question with your husband said. He said, if us women is in our soft spot, where does that put the men in his
where
hard
that
spot?
leave him at?
So I answered, I personally, in my own opinion, once a woman in her soft spot and she bring a peace to her husband, then it allows him to elevate his mind. He can't think straight with a woman constantly nagging at him.
Okay.
How can
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Where does that put you, Vinny? What does that put you?
What?
What is your wife's quiet, peaceful place you?
But you, right?
I don't think my wife have a quiet people.
Let's be honest.
Wait a minute.
She's always doing something. My wife is always doing something. She go from 5:30 in the morning to 1 o'clock at night. She is constantly moving.
Okay, so Angel, what is that? Does your
She answered.
does he feel the same way? Where is he at when he's in your peaceful spot? Your place in your mind. Where does that put him?
I'm passing. She's so passing.
Internet got most of it.
And with tears in my eyes. With tears in my eyes, I'm passing on that one.
All right.
So Denise, where does
So,
that put you?
babe, they're going to ask you the same question. So, where does that put you? Do I
Step
have
up to the mic. Don't be scared to step up to the mic.
Do I have a peaceful spot?
Go ahead.
You don't want to answer it?
The only peaceful spot I get is when I go outside to get away from someone. This gives you your space.
No, I think I'm missing the question. The question was, he said, because we were saying, us girl, because we're in our soft girl era, we're in our soft spot. So he want to know, when your wife is in her soft girl era, her soft spot, where does that put you?
Where did it place you
Where
in
that
life?
place the man
Yes.
in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right. So
Yeah, that's
the
what he-
reason I
that's
asked
his
the
question.
women is because
She said she
if
had
you're
it.
there, where is your husband in relationship to you being in your soft spot? I already know where the men are. The men are out there looking at you, watching you being in your soft spot. But where does the man fit into your soft spot? Where is the man? While you're in, she said her husband is right next to her, elevated. Her soft spot, her peacefulness is elevating him.
Yes. But my husband goes outside to hide. That's what his answer was.
Well, he
No,
said,
but
but he
he
did say
answered
to
the
give
question
He
instead
said
of
to give
you, though. But he answered the question instead of you. The question was directed to the women.
So, in other words, what do you think you have like with you being, you know, feeling at peace? Where you think your husband is now? Like, has he elevated? Oh,
That's why it's so hard because again, we know that she's a very strong woman, independent over. So she may not. Everything does not apply to.
Here,
You know
so
what I'm saying?
I do. I think I've learned what a soft spot is. I've learned to control. I'm learning to control my emotions and my mood and all of that good stuff because I want to have a successful marriage. I want to can be able to be in my soft spot. When you say in your soft spot, I completely understand what you're saying because you haven't been able to be there and it's comfortable because you're there because you got there for one from growth, but he allows you to stay there in your peace and you elevate him in the same process. So it's a soft spot. Get it? It's peace. But I try to, but like you said, I'm bombarded. I'm overstimulated. I have my dad. I have a full-time job. I have a full-time house. I have a full-time new husband. You know, it's a lot. So I'm not always in my soft place. But I will tell you that I always, always, always have peace in my home. That is my sanctuary. I do not let any toxicity in. I'm going to tell you now, there will never be any toxicity in my home. It's leaving. Because if you lose your peace in your home, you have nowhere to go. You be at your wits' end, about to lose your mind if you can't go in your house and close your doors and go before the throne of God, sit and be quiet in complete stillness, not turn the TV on, nothing's on. You just sit and it feels like you've been sitting there all day and it feels like 15 minutes. And I like that. I'm okay with that.
yeah.
Now, where does it put him? I don't know. You have to answer that.
I think we like with me.
I
feel like
think I'd be giving him peace, but I mean, Andrew's a quiet person himself, so you know, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
So the only thing that and I'm going to say it for all, especially for strong women. So we know that gentlemen, guys, our significant others, we know that there's a certain level of softness that they want out of us as well. So and knowing that, because we care and love our spouses enough, then from my perspective, if someone comes to me and says, hey, you know, you're being a little bit aggressive, you know, whatever the situation is, then I'm gonna take that in, absorb, I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna respect because I value you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I want this because I value this. I value this relationship. I want success. So I'm going to remove myself, get out of my own head for just a minute. You know what I mean? And consider, kind of like going back to what I was talking earlier. You ain't even got to consider the validity of what your spouse said. Just the mere fact to me that you bringing this to my attention is relevant to me. So regardless of how I'm built, I'm going to make a cautious effort to check myself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
To check myself, to see what areas, and that takes a lot, y'all. That's not easy.
Oh no.
It's not easy
Right.
because we're built a certain way, right? So then we have to first ask ourselves, because it is a choice. We don't have to do anything, right?
We go talk about 'cause
We don't have to do anything. But if I love you enough and I want this to work, I'm going to give it my all.
Right.
And in that, because I know I cannot do this by myself, to be honest with you, then I'm going to trust and rely on God, who brought us together from the beginning, to help me through that process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And every single time, I ain't gonna lie, when I sit in that solitude, do my due diligence, because I wanna be a better me tomorrow.
Yeah.
right.
Then you can, every single time, I've always, especially in solitude, I've always received an answer from God. Sometimes it's subtle, it comes subtly. You know what I mean? Like I'll go into execution mode because I've received some answers and I know what I got to do. I'm choosing to go in this direction so that we can come together as one, be whole, discuss our differences, discrepancies, or whatever. I'm coming to you as me to you. Saying I promise you, I'm gonna try to give you exactly what you need. Now you can't expect me to be perfect.
Right.
Because I'm talking to you. We all got some imperfectness in us. We're not perfect.
All right.
So respect goes a long way. Again, consideration, compassion, empathy. I'm going to keep saying that, and for the first most, keep working on ourselves.
Got to all the time.
That's key word.
Keep working on ourselves.
That's key word. That's self. That's self-care. That's self-love. And when you work on yourself, and I think that's where I had 3 years of working on me. 3 years of just working on me, and I feel like I'm here. I don't know if anybody follow me on Facebook. I talk about this a lot, and I have Facebook in the upward sometimes when I always say I'm submissive. A lot of girl women be on there. They be up. They submissive.
They
What
get
do you
the
mean?
wrong idea
They
what
get
you're
the wrong idea with submissive. They think being submissive is I'm doing everything he tells me.
Whatever you like.
Like, or he yelling at me. They think it's submissive to that. Submissive to that is not my definition of being submissive.
Right.
My definition of submissive is really he's a man. He's gonna be a man, and not that I'm allowing him to be a man. I'm respecting him as a man. Sometimes I'm allowing him to do this. He's a man. No, I'm respecting him as being a man that he are. So that's where I'm feeling. That's where I come in as saying I'm submissive.
And sometimes
And a lot of women they take the wrong idea, like, oh hell, I ain't doing with no man tell me no. He ain't about to be. They go back into the olden days when they feel like a woman was submissive. Because in the olden days and even in the Bible or whatever, a woman was submissive in ways too, because the woman didn't go outside the house to work. She was being submissive around the house. She was cooking and cleaning, and she was bearing fruit, and she was, multiplying, and she was having these babies. That's what. And so the man went outside to work, and when he came home, she had the house clean, his food ready, and everything. That woman was very submissive to her husband in these ways. But society and the world take that word submissive and turn it to their own definition of how they want to feel what submissive is. My definition of submissive is respecting him as a man in all forms. I respect him as a man.
And not only that, to take it a step further, you finding yourself and being able to even say that is who you are and where you want to be. But if if he didn't allow you to, y'all wouldn't be together. You can't be submissive to the wrong person.
Yeah, exactly. No, and you're
it
so
has
right.
to be-
That
it
is
has
so
to be the
true.
right person.
Because
That's
I'm
right.
not that naive that I'm going to be
Yes.
submissive
To nobody who don't deserve it.
Let me tell you this. Let's go back. Because I'm not, again, even with my first husband, he was abusive to me, not physically, but verbally and mentally. And I didn't let him take me of who I am as a woman. Mm-hmm. I still was a wife. Mm-hmm. I still was a wife, and I got treated horrible.
Yes.
So how you think a man who come and being this type of husband that he is to me, so how you think I'm treating him?
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and because he
Yes.
treats me good.
Yeah,
So, and that's why I say I'm very submissive. With my husband, he's a man, and I'm gonna respect him as a, and I'm a woman, and I'm gonna stay in my place.
and so that goes
And
back
that don't make me a weak woman.
Right. At all.
And I like to feel good. I like to feel like a woman. I love to feel like a woman. It's just me. I love that feeling.
Yeah,
I
I
love
love it
that
too.
feeling. I truly love that feeling. As far as being a woman. A lot of people put finances and money to dictate if he a man or not. If a woman make more money than a man, then they'll feel like, I still feel like even if I make more money, I don't feel like he's a man. He get up and go to work every day. Had a job. Go to work every day. He beat me. I'm still sleep about an hour or two. After he done left out, he out early in the morning working. He got his own business. He done made us 2 or 3 more business. Where I sit and I added up one day. Like we just on our business alone. Like that's in, he's a man. And like I feel like I just always want to be that woman. Be a woman. I want to feel like a woman. And just me and him being together, he didn't make different. He didn't brought a lot of value. And if they want, go back, even just monetary, he didn't buy just us with the detox thing. Women love detox. That detox, we can sell 2 or 3 of them a day. And that's bringing home us, not to put it out there, just to estimate $200 a day just off of detox. Then we sell t-shirts. We got our own seasoning. We got our own podcast we make it money. He done created all these things for us. He done created all these things for us. And on top of that, get up and work a 9 to 5.
As a result of you allowing him that space and being in that soft era,
Right.
allowing him
Him
the
to
freedom
be creative.
to be creative.
And here he is.
So that's the impact that you were talking about. You were interested in knowing how her soft era has helped elevate him in the journey to the family.
Yeah. And I sit down. Y'all see he set up all this. And look. And I could be in my software era now. I used to work a lot of hours. I don't even work.
Give you your space to do whatever
That's
you need to
beautiful.
do. Stop.
So that's why I'm on
Okay,
that.
so listen to me. I don't want to. I don't mean to harp because this might be the format of the show, for women, but we're man and wife. So what you going through? I'm ultimately going through being affected. Right. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so if you on your soft spot, it make me in my soft spot too, right? Because I'm benefiting from you being very feminine, all very womanly. I guess the word would be soft body and yeah.
It's a space. What she's saying is, in her mental as a woman, being out in the world, being in her household, she's developed and she's done come to a space and time in her life where she wants to be a wife. She wants to sit back. She wants to be taken care of. She's in her space. But I'm saying, that's why I say you can't be in your space with a man like that unless he is compatible for you. Because if he don't give you that space to feel secure to be that, because we're gonna be who we gonna be. You got there by yourself, but now he's adding on, and you're in your
Adding
self
value.
space. You supposed to step back, baby. You supposed to, and he's supposed to step up so you can stay in your spot.
So you supposed to let him.
Yes.
You supposed to let yourself get in the soft spot so that the man can step up, whatever.
But it can
Or
go
be
back.
right there, right
Yeah.
next to you, beside you, so it don't get no worse, or whatever. So you be able to enjoy yourself being in your soft spot.
I think we need to. How do you define soft spot? Because I think they got a mix.
How do you define your man watching you in your soft spot? You gonna get to your soft spot unless your man gonna allow you. Cause like she said, if it's H-E-double-L in the home, you ain't gonna reach your soft spot.
You ain't gonna reach it. You definitely ain't gonna reach it.
You
Right
ain't
there.
gonna get there. Exactly. They was compatible, and they work together
Right.
to get her in her soft spot. Now she was loving on herself already.
Right. Right.
So she was already in her soft spot.
Do you love on yourself? Do you love on yourself? Do you love on yourself enough to let yourself get to the place in the relationship as man and wife, husband and wife, to achieve a soft spot? Really, to me, is are you women that outside of her in a soft spot? So because you can't describe what your man is doing while you in there. So
I don't think y'all ever won. What is your Hold on. I'm gonna kill it right here. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. No, she ain't in the soft spot. Let me tell you.
Real, for real.
Vince.
Ooh, he left me on camera. Huh?
Yes. I'm just trying to how we can convey that a soft spot is a space like
A safe place.
It's like a sacred place.
Yeah.
It's like you always behind the veil of God. You know what I mean? It's just that's what we mean. So what you gonna be blessed by us being there, and we gonna be blessed by you being whatever you need to be. It goes back and forth. It's vice versa.
It's a compromise. It's
a compromise.
give and take.
Yes.
A
Yes.
soft spot is peaceful.
Yes.
And a soft spot is you doing what you do for you.
Right.
And along with me taking care of me, I'm taking
Care
care
of
of
you. Right.
Right.
So, you know, I think that's where the soft spot is, where it's at. That's where it
Yes.
is.
Yes.
When you can come home and you ain't, it ain't no, hey, how was your day? My day was good, and yours? Good.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing? I already prepared, us to eat and everything. So, I mean, what's happening?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How are we? We're
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what he looking for. Right?
So what a better help him understand is if you look at it like you building a house, right? Just look at the bricks. You build a foundation. That's your trust. And then when you start now, she finding her soft spot, and you elevating. You just think about laying bricks. They just building. It's getting better and better.
Right.
Getting stronger and stronger. And it's at a place of completion, but it's like it's stable,
Secure, it's
secure,
safety
stable,
there, it's
safety,
everything there.
trust.
Yes.
All of that's within like.
It's hierarchy of needs.
And he needed to be here
Yes.
to hear that.
That's why I really wish you was here to
Because what
hear
I'm
that.
saying, it's a building. When you are in a marriage for as long as you've been in a marriage, you should know. Why is he asking that?
He probably don't. Just listen to the word.
Well,
He probably don't know the word, but he should know that he's in a that you have your soft spot. I mean you're your soft girl era.
If you're not comfortable, what is it?
I don't think that the soft. Like,
I don't think he meant that.
No, I don't think he meant that. I'm saying like. As far
Where does it
as-
place the man?
When I say he was asking where it placed the man, and as far as I feel like with me, and I'm only speaking on me because I can only speak about me.
That's right.
And I just feel like when I say I'm in my soft spot in my soft girl era, I'm truly am in my soft spot in soft girl era. I'm my mental. We focus on mental too, me and him. If our mental's not right, we ain't we ain't. So we want to we respect each other and keep each other mental at peace.
Yes.
And because when your mental messed up, you can't even move forward to nothing if that mental is messed up. So I'm big on like protecting my peace, and we both talk about that. We gonna make sure both of our mental is at peace. And when I kept saying like my soft spot, my soft girl era, I'm truly in there because I don't have a husband complaining and upset about any and everything I do. Because I'm like that too. I'm a go-getter. I'm gonna create some things too. I think of things and he executed. He executed. And he put me in my, instead of, babe, I think we should do this. He ain't nagging at me and complaining. And that's some dumb shit to do and this and that. That's what I had in the past.
Okay.
I built a whole shoe store by myself.
Right.
A whole shoe store. I built it. I worked every single day. Got working from 7 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night to build the shoe store by myself. And I had a husband. Supposed to have been a husband there. That's the dumbest shit you can do. No no
No
motivation, no
encouragement,
support,
no
no
nothing.
encouragement.
Nothing.
You know, no nothing. You know, I'm always trying to elevate. I'm always trying to elevate stuff. And I just now in this marriage, which this, and I'm not saying, and I say it all the time, I'm not saying in this marriage. I now that I'm out of that first marriage, that wasn't a marriage. To me, that, and I'm not just saying it because I'm not with him no more. That was not a marriage, because a marriage is two people coming together, communicating, elevating together, doing things together, creating, listening, talk, that's a marriage to me. That is a marriage to me. So now I felt like, I mean, I had people, tell you like God don't believe in divorces. God don't believe in me, his child being hurt,
unhappy.
and he don't believe in that either. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, God took me from that, and then He know I'm a wife. I'm a woman. God know me. He created me to be a woman, and that's who I be in these 53 years of my life. I love being who God made me is a woman. So God knew. I didn't think I'd get married this soon. I knew I was gonna get married again, but I didn't think it would be this soon. But God, He directed my path, and here I am, and I'm in a good marriage.
Right.
And I'm in and now I'm allowed to be. That's why going back to that. I get to sit back, and I don't have to be the person that I can think it and execute it, because that's what I always been. So now I can come up with some ideas and He'll execute them.
Dream team.
So, excuse me. So,
Off the cuff. Go.
what I do?
Nothing. Go. I just he had to say, but go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know he was getting ready.
No, he had said something while you were gone.
Oh, what did he say?
He said it was like
I was saying like when you look at the whole no, you was downstairs when I said it, but if you was up here, we was like, Dad, you could have heard it. But what I basically was saying, like when she's saying, like when somebody say they happy to be in a soft girl era, or in a soft place, it's like to get there, what you saying, to get there, it's like looking at like building a house. So you lay down that first foundation. And then once you start adding them bricks, that's elevating and growing. So you're looking at as once it is getting stronger, safety, trust. You trusting the house. Okay, you wouldn't be if you didn't trust that roof right there. You would not be sitting right there. So you trusting it. And once it gets to a place of y'all at 40, almost 45 years, something like that. Y'all up here, the house is strong as hell.
Yeah.
So you ain't got it. You might not understand the soft girl thing, but you there. Trust me. Y'all in that place.
Oh, I do understand it.
Yeah.
I do understand the South.
Yeah.
Like I was saying. So if a woman realizes she in a soft spot, right? And like you say, we are, then it should be no problem for a woman to come out of her mouth and say, well, baby, you sitting right there next to me.
Well, yeah.
In the soft spot right with me.
Right.
Instead of stumbling over trying to find words to say they can't explain it. It should just jump right out their mouth. That's why I say, I don't even know if she in a soft spot. Cause didn't come out of her mouth. Well, baby, you right there right next to me. We built this soft spot together.
we at peace.
We at peace. It's good. We here. That's what a woman has to realize in order to get to this soft spot. It ain't no more struggle. What's the fight? We ain't got to big over this, we ain't got to big over that. We putting it together, piece by piece. One step at a time. We climbing the mountain together. It ain't always gonna be roses. It ain't always gonna be stuff. But we looking for that peace, that soft spot. Me and her, we in that soft spot.
Yeah.
Y'all in the soft spot. You don't know it, but you are. I want you to realize what the soft spot is. It ain't always just sitting around with my ties on the back porch.
The soft spot is the confidence in knowing that when you get up, he gonna be right next to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The confidence is when the soft spot is when you go to sleep at night.
Feel
Right
safe.
there next to you.
Right.
That's the comfort in a soft spot. The turmoil when you can't trust,
Yeah.
when that's not there,
Mm-hmm.
when you unsure
Mm-hmm.
about your mate,
Right.
that's when
That's scary.
you are not in a soft spot.
You ain't in no soft spot right there. Yeah.
She said her husband, they help her. I had one bit build that business. That was not a soft spot.
No. No. Stressful.
The soft spot is knowing
Yeah.
that you got somebody right
They
next
got your
to
back.
Exactly.
So when I said, "Where's your husband?" when y'all in y'all soft spot, it should have been no problem for them to come out their mouth. They right next. I mean, the man right next to me.
Right. Right. Right.
So that's what he wanted y'all to say.
But listen, I'm getting ready to say it. I'm getting ready to say it. My wife tells me all the time, "You're not gonna say what you expect them or want them to say." That's why
Say it
I
again.
had to. People ain't gonna people don't what you say something to somebody and you expect them or you want them to say one thing.
Right.
But excuse me, I apologize. They come out their mouth all flipped and wrong. Because
Right.
they had the wrong perspective or whatever about what you said, took it the wrong way or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's fine with me. That's why I explained myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I took the time to explain myself
Right.
to get the point across
Yes.
that you can achieve a soft spot. A woman can achieve a soft spot by herself. That's true. But it's even better when you got somebody that loves,
Yeah.
has your best interest at heart, is willing to work their fingers to the bone to see that this thing right here between the two of you is gonna be successful.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta give the man credit. Man work his fingers to the bone.
Boy.
Y'all got, it ain't all about women. It's the man in here, it's men in here too. And we put forth everything we have into making our women happy.
Yes.
Everything we have, we put into making our women happy because, a happy wife, a happy life.
That's true.
Plain and simple.
Plain simple. Happy life. Happy life.
Right. And just all of us here, and we're talking and we're communicating. Everybody is so in tune and respecting each other. We not over talking each other.
I apologize.
No, I'm saying we didn't. I'm saying this is what we didn't do during the whole podcast. Nobody over talked each other. We all really listened and we took in what everybody said to one another. I feel like I learned some stuff. And I think it's because we talk, we communicated. Had we been arguing and bickering, we wouldn't got none of this.
Right.
If we would have not got none of this, everybody would have been over talking each other. Nothing would have took in. We wouldn't even been able to soak none of this in if we had been arguing. And that goes for not just with your spouse, just arguing, period. You don't get what you can get by arguing. When you sit and hear a person out, let them have the floor and communicate, you get a better understanding. Just like when I was speaking and she misinterpreted what I was saying about the kids. We were talking. Had we been arguing, we wouldn't understand nothing. It was like, it's about communicating. So that's why I don't like to argue. Not only just with him, I don't like to argue with nobody. I like to talk. I like to communicate.
Right.
And you get better understandings. So this is why we don't argue, because we sit down and we disagree, and we're not gonna always, like, I'm not gonna agree everything she do or something, you know. But it don't make neither one of us a bad person. It don't make my answer right or her answer right. We just disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah. And then I think that's how I just think that's how it should be. Like the arguing, I think, you know, the world just made everybody so angry and feel like yelling and arguing at another human being is the best way and make you feel stronger. And somebody won. We all win when we sit and communicate and just talk.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
Yeah, and this episode we don't even realize we've been talking for 2 hours.
2 hours. I'm
Almost 2 hours and a half. I told y'all you just be in it, you don't even know what time it is. And it be like boom. So we gonna before we like come to a close, I just want to put out in the atmosphere. Y'all, let me y'all see that young lady right there in the red dress?
Yeah.
Y'all see that young lady?
Beautiful lady right there.
So yes, we came up with this idea and we're gonna start, you know, pushing it, you know, so anybody that's willing to join, not to join, but to be on the this show that we got coming out with the help of Miss Donna, aka Candy. I don't know which one y'all want to come out, but you better choose the right one. Yes. Yeah. Miss Candy. And our first special guest, Tarita, we're gonna do a dating show.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna do like a blind dating Cincinnati edition style dating show. And this is not no joke. This is serious. She's really looking for a compatible mate to form that union. So we're gonna pick like 3 or 4 guests. She's not gonna know who you are. She's just gonna know your name, and she's gonna allow you to speak from the heart and get the trueness up out of you. And she'll pick someone. Maybe she'll pick someone. But we're gonna do that soon. It's gonna be very soon. So get ready for that. She's ready. You can see her smiling. Look at her. Yeah. She's ready to meet her potential.
The eligible bachelors. Here we go.
Yes. It's gonna be really exciting. My wife, what do you want to say, baby?
No, I just want to thank Tarita for getting all us together on this couples retreat. Thank you. We really appreciate you. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Tarita. We needed it, you know. So, and we got to meet some new people. We got some new friends, family there. So everybody vibed good. It was so good. This was a wonderful weekend.
All positivity.
Yes, it was great. It was great. I really enjoyed myself this weekend.
So we definitely gonna So I wanna make sure y'all get the mic up to your mouth. But is anything you want to say going out before we close out? Anything you want to say to any potential love interests out there? They trying to find somebody, give them some type of positive some type of positive energy. Anything you want to say to them?
Be honest, truthful,
Know your worth.
and know your worth. And you know, you'll find something looking for. You're
Don't
honest,
settle.
truthful, and my most important, keep God first.
Amen.
Amen.
Anybody else got anything they want to say before we close out this segment? I guess not, but until next time, thanks everyone for watching. Until next time, we're out.
We're out. Thank you so much for tuning in. We holla at you. Peace. We up in the mountains, baby. Where you at? Bye.
Just a product of